believe not. But others believe that this time of life should be maximized, that at no other time is joy and a sense of well-being more important. These others believe that there is a method to reach them, to stimulate their minds and bodies, to enhance their existence. The challenge remains, how do you touch someone in a mental world of their own? How do you create joy where there is anxiety, depression, or pain? The prescription may be as simple as melody and words, a song to set them free.
My knapsack on my back. Here we are. Oh, look at the ducks over there.
February, and this is a special day.
This is the Adult Day Center at Sunshine Terrace in Logan, Utah, 80 miles north of Salt Lake City.
Hi, Lee. How are you?
See where the door is right there?
Right there.
There you go.
Just follow the
Hi,
light,
Wanza. Welcome. We're going to come right over here by Vesta.
These people with advanced Alzheimer's are brought here several days a week from their homes, from nursing homes, or residential facilities in the area. Most struggle to communicate verbally or don't communicate at all. They're on their way to therapy, a therapy for the mind, body, and spirit.
Well, welcome to our group today. That's right, Lee. We're going to say hello to Roma and to everyone today.
In Lisa Allman Knutson's music group, they can break free from an aging brain and come to life again. A woman who can't speak a sentence has no trouble singing out how she feels.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, sweet love of our dreams. We love you, we love you, we love you. And above all else we seek and other too.
Very nice. Oh, thank you, Violet. Did you just make that up? You did. Hello, everybody. Hi, Wanza. Hello, everybody.
This is music
Hello,
therapy, not just musical activity. The music has been specially selected as part of a program designed for advanced Alzheimer's clients, for those who have trouble expressing themselves with words, who are sad or anxious or socially withdrawn. A trained and board-certified music therapist, Lisa addresses their needs through singing and playing instruments.
We're using music as a therapeutic means or a way to help bring about change in behavior, whether it be an agitated state or depression or stress. We assess the client in different areas of functioning in social, emotional, mental, cognitive, perceptual, and try to focus our therapy, in a sense, on the client. As music therapists, we design a program, we create what would be the best for the client, whether it be in a group setting or an individual setting, to help the client to be able to achieve the best possible quality of life.
After assessment of their condition, culture, and history, the music therapist then writes goals for each participant, goals to be reached through experiencing just the right music.
So you have to find out which music they express through. A lot of the elderly clients that I work with in the geriatric population seem to respond to music from their young adult years, about 18 to 24. A lot of the music that we use, 1920s, 30s.
Bill Bailey, won't you please come home?
Emotional and social changes are the most obvious.
Can you join hands with your neighbor? Vesta, can you reach out and join hands? That's right, with Wanza. Wanza, can you grab Vesta's hand there? There you go. That's a warm one, isn't it? Viola, can you shake hands with Lee today? There we go. Just kind of get together with Lee there. There we are.
Music therapy also has physical effects.
Rhythm is a powerful tool in the music therapy sessions. It energizes, it motivates, it helps them to express, and they're all creative in their different ways of playing their instruments, of sharing, of any little response.
Adult Day Center director Bonnie Smith believes in music therapy. In fact, she swears by the results.
I am very convinced that music therapy works. I've just seen too many miracles occur. The magic thing about music therapy is that you don't have to wait a long time to see the results of it. It has the power to help people with their illnesses to move better, to talk better, to interact socially better, but it also builds self-esteem.
Beautiful. Oh, thank you, Helen. Thank you so much for playing today.
For some, the therapy is their first musical experience. For others, it rekindles the fire of old talents. Lea Peterson is 94.
How come you like to play the violin, Lee? Does it bring you a lot of joy?
Yes.
Yeah.
You bet.
Ready?
When Lee's not fiddling or singing, he seems a different person. Quiet, dozing, almost as if in a trance. His Alzheimer's disease and other health problems isolate him from others.
He just blossoms whenever he hears music.
His daughter Karma is amazed at the contrast.
As soon as the rhythm starts in a song, why, the hands will start going, the feet will start going or something, and you can just see it. It buoys him up and just really is a positive thing. Nothing makes him up like music. It's just like it's all in his cells or something, and as soon as somebody starts a tune, then it just, the response is just there, and away he goes.
The important thing about music is that it's there in long-term memory. And when people have a disease like Alzheimer's disease, that's where they've got to live, is in that long-term memory. And the music cues them. They start hearing that melody, and the words start coming to their minds, and people can sometimes sing 20 songs when they can't speak a sentence.
Lee, can you join with us? So long till I see you again. You ready?
At the end of the session, as if on cue, Lea Peterson retreats again into his silent world. Without the stimulation of the music, he drifts away.
So long till we see you again. May good things come your way. Oh, thank you, Lee. Everyone.
Another vehicle for music therapy is to offer a chance to play simple instruments. The Sunshine Terrace Day Center Bell Choir creates another opportunity. In this group, those with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's join with other younger Day Center clients. Some of them are challenged by developmental disabilities, brain trauma, or the effects of stroke. Music bridges all their differences.
That's one of the group goals, is to perform, to have a successful experience, to possibly learn a new skill, and to socialize and to bond together. We've performed quite a while now, for about 4 years.
Ready? Here we go. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world. Good. In his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
One member of the Bell Choir came to the Day Center directly from a hospital mental health unit where doctors treated her for chronic depression. Amy Cooper's daughters reluctantly brought her to the Day Center. They say the change has been miraculous.
There's something here that has really touched her and helped her a lot. The first time that we came down here, I went out in the car and cried all the way home because I thought, this is just too difficult to put our mother in a daycare program. And now when I come here, it's just different. I I just go home and I have a comfortable feeling. I think it's so touching to see the people and what that music, and you just watch it come out of them, and it's in there, but with the aging process, it's like it's gone, and then all of a sudden, something just happens, and it's there. You can just see the joy that it brings to them and the satisfaction also.
I see they come alive, I notice, because we're down here and pick up Mom and that.
You watch that shine come back in their face, and I think that's what's so neat, is to see that sparkle come back into their face. And that, to me, is what all of this has done.
My nerves just got the best of me. So they decided that if I would come here 2 days or 3 a week, that would help me. And it really has. It's done wonders for me. Well, I think music has helped me an awful lot. I really do. I love music.
What have you enjoyed about today's experience here in the Bell Choir? Can you share some thoughts?
First time I ever heard music.
First time you've ever heard music?
Heard music all your life, and as much music there is on around.
Can't you hear?
Where was he living now?
Well, I think Floyd's haven't you been a farmer? He's been probably out
Oh,
working
I
in
see.
the fields a lot and maybe hasn't
Yeah.
been as exposed to it as
Exposed
some of us
to it,
have. Yeah.
I've heard a lot of good tractor music.
Good tractor music.
Another therapeutic musical tool is improvisation. In these sessions, clients coping with dementia or other brain impairments find freedom to express their feelings without words. To improvise music is to transcend mental and physical limits.
It was nice what you were doing, Rich, back and forth. Dun, 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 dun. You went to the D and the A a lot. Was there a reason why? It seemed like those last two bars, those last two tone bars. You like the sound of those?
They just sounded better to me with this group.
Did anybody else have any thoughts come to mind as you were playing?
Just the playfulness of it. Ann and I were playing out back and forth off each other and having just a really good time doing it. It was a playful song.
It was like a playful race.
Yeah. It's just a playful fun. Trying to hit the same notes each other we were playing and
Or
following.
dodge each other.
Yeah, or dodge each other. Yeah, a little bit of dodgeball too, and it was fun.
It's really exciting when they're able to actually image something in their mind as they're playing the piece. I think as we end the song and we have the feedback and we talk about what we felt, it's a nice bonding experience. It seems like we're all equal, we're unified, but yet we're diverse. It doesn't seem like there's the therapist and the client. It seems like we're all one, working together to share a common experience, but yet we have our individuality.
There are people who believe that to have a successful program, that you shouldn't serve different levels of Alzheimer's, for example, or mix other kinds of diagnoses in with people who have Alzheimer's disease or aging, developmentally disabled folks. But here in our rural area, we're the only show around, we're the only day center around, and for ethical reasons and to keep the program strong, we feel like we need to open our door to everyone. And what has happened is that we've discovered a wonderful family type feeling in our day center, where old and young interact.
At this day center, young and old gain appreciation for each other when they share their talents through performance. It may seem unusual to think of the frail, elderly, or disabled successfully performing for others. These are not the people society usually applauds. Here, applause is part of the therapy.
Thank you.
Programs such as this are a regular feature. The Day Center started holding talent shows years ago, long before hiring a professional music therapist. Performing comes naturally to some. For others, like Violet Jennings, it's a new learning experience.
How did that make you feel when you were asked to sing a solo?
Oh, it just was, you know, first time in my life. And at this age, we won't mention it. I was very happy.
You're never too old to sing and do those things sometimes you want to do.
That's right.
Again, the power of music triggers something, allowing those who are often forgotten by a fast-paced world to take center stage.
The community, their families, people have viewed them as not being able to do anything anymore. So everybody wins when they win through performance, through somebody taking the time to find what that stimulation is to bring them alive again. And when they stand up and perform and bring joy, the families are thrilled. They've suffered a lot of losses. Staff members are going to stay at the job longer. They win too. They feel the excitement of their achievements. And certainly the community views them in a different way.
Mildred May suffers from dementia and depression. Her family thought Prozac was the only way to elevate her mood until daughter Jane Carlson brought her to the day center.
She seemed very unhappy, really depressed, almost all the time, and very difficult to be around. I had talked to several doctors about antidepressants, wondering if that might help. We brought her here, or enrolled her here, not thinking a whole lot about social reasons, and to our astonishment, within, I think it's fair to say, a couple of days, it was clear that antidepressants were probably not going to be needed. Her whole mood has changed extraordinarily. She sings all the time, and here's a good example. She has for years, I think, gone to sleep, or at least gone to bed around 7 o'clock. And I know that if I call her after 7, she's probably in bed. I got a phone call from her at 9 last night, and she was just talking about this place and singing, and said she was up reading poetry, which is pretty astonishing. So basically I told my sister and brother-in-law in Montana that I don't know what these guys were doing, but I think they should patent it, because I think y'all have a winner.
God bless America, and that love stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above.
Another type of performance that brings up happy memories of the past is the old-fashioned melodrama. Participants don traditional costumes and follow a storyline cued by the narrator.
That's right, we're going to hear the villain soon.
Those in the audience are part of the act.
Our play opens as Ma and Pa, True Heart, and Penelope attend a barnyard dance. Ma and Pa and Penelope are all dancing, having a good time. Let's hear it. We got the blues on the run. Everybody join along. Roll on. The villain comes in.
It's you, the true hearts.
By the hair.
It's you, the true hearts. You must pay your mortgage by midnight tonight, or else.
I should say I haven't that much money.
Then I shall take the farm and all that goes with it.
You can't have my farm.
And you won't marry sweet Penelope, will you, villain? You won't take her too, will you?
And if I have to take the farm, I shall take Penelope with it.
Oh!
Always, always.
I am a villain.
But then our hero enters. Meanwhile, hero.
Holidays offer a wonderful chance to give the community an expanded view of what the elderly can do. Holiday programs, such as this one at Christmas time, unite clients with families, neighbors, and friends who celebrate their triumphs.
It's just real important that the community keeps being involved in their lives, and that we allow the community to see that when you get older and when you have disabilities, it doesn't mean you stop living.
It gives people the opportunity to be themselves. It's a form of communication, and they can be vitally alive in a community that has, in the past, excluded them. It gives them the idea that their parent is still there. They are no longer locked off in a place that's just distant.
It's very important for people who are saying, this all sounds great, but I can't afford a music therapist, or there isn't anyone with that kind of training in our area, so we can't have music. I really want to encourage those people to realize that you have music all around you. It's in the neighbors around, and in church groups, and in the children at school, and bring those people into your center to help fill those folks' lives with music.
Bonnie hires staff members who have musical talents to share with clients, and she scouts the community for volunteer performers. Children, student groups, and professional musicians are invited in. Clients hear all levels of talent and all kinds of music, from old dance tunes to piano concertos. There is personal irony in how all the music came to this program. Bonnie Smith was a daughter first before she became director of the day center, and she lived the realities of Alzheimer's by taking care of her own mother.
My mother had dementia for 18 years, and for 2 or 3 years she really laid on a couch. A lot of the time the doctor felt that she was going to die any time, and she didn't. When I sat down and began to sing with her, her eyebrows would raise, she would come alive, she could actually sit up by herself, and then she would start verbalizing, so it had carryover. And music was the key that unlocked that prison that she was in, so to speak, and let her be herself again. And when she came to the day center and began working in the music therapy program and having opportunities to share her talent, she performed for hundreds of people and was again able to have value and to be valued by others.
Unlocking the prison, releasing emotion, using a song to set them free. Music is the means, more powerful than a prescription, medicine for the soul. 4 years ago, before Bonnie's mother died, dementia had left her without words, but feelings could still flow through music.
Remember the times we've had, dear. Remember your little eyes. Remember we made a vow, dear, that we would never, no, never part. Remember when back in bed